All right, just do it. So if you know what I'm talking about and you get something in your head when you hear these words, then listen carefully because this is important. You get your favorite sneakers now with a 70% discount. No, I'm joking. Not the sneakers, but actually the brand that creates them. Nike is down 70% and they make more profit and more earnings than they did 2015. But the price of the stock is the same. They pay a dividend of 3% and they are at a price level that we haven't seen since 2015. On top of that, I had a buy signal flashing that hasn't happened since 1981. So for me, this is a clear buy on a value stock. Are you buying or are you staying out? When do we ever get the chance to buy a profitable, really established, giant in his market leading company with a discount of 70%? Yep, it's today, exactly. And I thought, just do it. I guess you know who I'm talking about. Yep, it's Nike. Nike, I'm not sure. But anyways, I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. Right now, I have decided to just buy it because when you look at the facts, it's a really, really interesting company, in my opinion. And today I want to dive with you into the numbers and why I think this is a good buy right now. And on top of that, we got a buy signal that flashes really, really rarely on any stock. So stay excited and let's dive into the facts. So first and foremost, why now? As you saw, we have massive market crashes because of the tariffs and the whole Trump situation. People are feared. Nike produces in Vietnam and people are scared because of the high amount of tariffs that Trump is planning for Vietnam. But Nike and Vietnam are already talking about finding a solution to have lower tariffs on their product imports. When we look at the numbers, Nike is trading at the same price it was trading in 2015, but the numbers are very different. Since then, revenue has gone up. For me personally, Nike is still number one in the sports industry. And on top of that, they're still paying a solid dividend of 3%, no matter how the price moves. So the big question is, if the company got stronger, then why is the price 70% down? So when we look at the numbers, Nike has a revenue of 35.3 billion and a profit of 3.1 billion. This is almost exactly the same numbers we had in 2015. The big difference is in 2015 it was for the whole year, while now we just talk about the first 3 quarters of 2025. And with Elliott Hill, they have a new CEO on board with 30 plus years experience in the branch. So very clear what we have here is higher profits, higher earnings, lower expectations. And that's the only reason why the stock is down. But come on, 70% for a giant like Nike. Do you really think they disappear from the market? I don't really see that. So in my opinion, what the market might be missing is the long-term outlook and the start standing of the brand. I grew up playing football, playing handball, doing all type of sports, and I don't know how many pairs of Nike I had in my storage over the time, how many shirts of Nike I had, and how much I still have. There was no way around it. So buying sports clothes, Nike has always been part of that. Every sports store where you go, at least in Germany, has Nike clothes. I go to Thailand, they have Nike clothes. So I don't see why a price drop of 70% should be fair in this situation. Of course, there's counterpoints. We have higher competition, we have lower sales, and we have a lower growth expectation. But let's be real, Nike still is a powerhouse brand. They have global distribution, they have insane client loyalty, plus a huge amount of contracts with some of the leading sports people on this planet. And on top of that, more cash than some countries. And usually, when the crowd starts getting scared, it's when value investors step in. Also, with a value stock, you have a good hedge against growth titles. Why is that important? Because don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you just buy crypto or if you just buy growth stocks, and in the end we get a phase where economic growth is not constant, you want to have some value stocks in your portfolio. So to make this clear, this is not an altcoin bet on the next 2 months. No, I'm betting on the brand, resilience, and the long-term outlook and the value that this company holds. I mean, let's be honest, worst case, I have a dividend stock that has a strong value and market standing that I hold for the long run. Best case, we just recover. And just to recover to the old all-time high would mean 240% plus dividend plus potential to even go higher. So let me know what you think. Do you buy Nike or do you think it's just outdated and I'm not up to date with the sports brands? Let me know in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time. Ciao.